Hey everyone, I'm making this video based on what happened this past weekend. I have notes, so if I'm looking down, it's because I'm looking at them. So basically, first thing I wanted to talk about was how this past weekend and kind of all of last week, I'd been relapsing with food, and I really, really wanted to self-harm last week. And it was like a really hard week, and Saturday night, I was kind of at the lowest of it all. And I was on YouTube, I was just randomly on the computer, and I was trying to distract myself and try looking for videos that were like reasons don't cut or like reach out, like things like that. But I couldn't really find anything, which is why I'm making this video and I want it out there so that anyone who, whenever they feel like they want to cut, they can look at this video and think of what they would want to do instead. So first off, guys, honestly, don't cut. Do not self-harm at all. Like, I had a horrible weekend this past weekend. I was so close to, like, hurting myself. But what I was realizing was, like, ultimately, no matter, like, what the situation is, the only person who's going to get hurt by engaging in these self-harm actions will be yourself. Like, because you'll just, like, you're just hurting yourself, and really you can just take a step back and be like, well, why do I need to be the one who's punished all the time because I am like it doesn't get you anywhere. Like, it's just like, okay, so what, I just cut. And you do get that moment of like um feeling like everything's awesome, but then it's like after that, like, you're still in the same spot, and really it just does nothing to you except for make you feel lower than you already are. And I don't want any of you guys to feel that, because you guys are worth so much, and I wish I could tell you how much you guys are worth. I mean, like, for me, I always see like all this worth in other people and have a hard time seeing it in myself, but like, I just know like everyone who's watching this video is just so beautiful and so full of worth and just awesome. um, but also, one thing I was thinking about was, okay, to me it seemed logical to cut because I've been doing it for so long. It's my method of, like, dealing with my problems. And I realized that, like, um, I know that I don't think logically because when I basically came out about, like, my eating disorder, my self-harm, and, like, everything that was going on with me, I kind of, like, was relinquishing that full power. And it's like, yes, I know what I'm thinking is illogical. And so if I think that it's okay and that just this one time I can cut, I know that I can't trust that. Like, you should definitely talk to somebody, have somebody who's like, somebody who can be there as your logical thinking brain, and not somebody who's going and has their own distortions, but somebody who will be able to help you, supportive friend, family, therapist, hotline, whatever. And there are just so many different coping methods that I'm going to talk about in here that you guys could do in comparison to engaging in self-mutilation. So basically, the first thing that you guys should do is you should call somebody. Reach out, just let somebody know what you're going through, no matter if it's a really, really just little urge or like you can't even sit still. What I want to say was this past weekend I was really, really down, and I was debating calling a hotline, and for some reason I didn't. I decided I didn't want to do it because I thought like all this stuff was going to happen. But instead I called my one friend, which I was talking about in my other video, who recently found out about everything and has been so supportive. And if you have someone that you can go to, definitely reach out, because she talked to me for over an hour and was helping calm me down and got me back on track. And she, because I reached out, she was like so supportive of me and kind of took care of me. But also she was like, oh, if you need me like for the day after, we can get together. And so like, we got together because I kind of really needed support, and she didn't like look down on me for being like calling her the night before, like basically at my worst. So basically, different distraction things you could do. If you want to kind of sort things out and what your logical thinking is, you can try this. It is REBT, which is Rational Emotion Behavioral Therapy. And I'll put a link for it down below if you want to print off your own version. Basically, what you do is there's different boxes, and you put like whatever the event is and like what the consequences that you're thinking right now, and then like what the irrational beliefs are. And it has like examples of things like thoughts that you might be having that are like must, or like it's awful that I can't stand it, like I'm worthless, things like that. And you go from thinking your irrational beliefs to disputing them to thinking of rational beliefs, followed by like what you're actually going to do. So I thought that was a cool type of therapy. Again, the link will be down below. Also, you could like draw a picture and try and like focus on what you're feeling. I drew a picture the other day. Let me open up to it because I got my sketch pad right here. So if you guys can see it, it's like a triangle, and then it connects my feeling, like it connects my ed, OCD, and SH. And basically I was saying like I felt trapped in all of them, and how it's just like this vicious cycle that if I engage in this, then I won't stop. Like, because you might be able to say to yourself, "Oh, I'll just do it this once," but really, like, you can't just do it once. Like, if you feed into this irrational belief that harming yourself is the only way to release your pain and to get over what's going on, you're just feeding into your distortions and just coming to understand that like it doesn't always work that way. Another thing that you guys can do, if you just want a distraction, sometimes seeing the color red helps like alleviate the desire to cut. So I painted my nails red, and you can do that, which that kind of gets your mind off of things. You could take a marker and draw red on wherever you cut, or you could like, I don't know, find something red and kind of just like maybe like a scarf or something, and just like hold it against your skin to make like your mind think that it's seeing blood even though it's not. It's kind of like a trick. Another thing you can do is, I don't know if you guys have anything like this. It was something I made in group therapy, but it's really a jug of water with sand in it, and you just like shake it and then you let it settle, and it's kind of like everything that you feel inside, and then like is all like the chaos going on, and then it can settle down, and it can do that without any interference of like self-harm or anything. And so that's one thing that you can do. If you don't have a jar of water and sand, you could take anything, maybe like if you guys have musical instruments in your house for some reason, like a Moroccan, whatever, that, you know, what instrument, you know, and you're like cha cha cha. But so you could shake that and hear like all the chaos building, and then like watch it subside. Or you could just get a stuffed animal if you can't find anything, or a pillow or something, and just shake it and put all your emotions into that. Another thing you can do is find a some type of either stopwatch or a I want to say time turner, but that's Harry Potter, a hourglass type of thing. I actually made this one in group therapy too. So basically what you can do is you can designate a certain amount of time, and you just like flip over the thing, or you would set the timer, and then you just like try and focus and be in the moment and not think about cutting, and think about just like your breathing, and think about the sounds around you. And that's like another way, and that's called mindfulness, which is yeah, mindfulness is a different type of therapy, and it's like pulling yourself out of your distortions and into the present moment. So those are some things that you can do. But I think that the most important thing would be to reach out and call somebody, even if you just feel like everything's absolutely terrible and no one will be able to meet you where you're at. Just call out and reach somebody. And if you are not as lucky as me and don't have somebody that you can go to and be like, look, I am really, really bad right now, feel free to contact me. I'm almost always online. Contact just anyone. Hotlines, if you don't feel comfortable calling them, I strongly recommend that you do, though, if you have no one else to turn to. But you can message me. I'll be posting another video soon, which there'll be people um, who have also given their information that you can message them as well. But if you feel like you want to cut, just speak up and reach out and let others know what you're going through, because just like self-mutilation, all it does is really bring you down farther, and you guys are worth so much, and so just don't cut. I really want to get that across, because you are worth so much, and that this cut, no matter if you have that sense of like quickly it's done, it's over with, really it's going to be really painful to yourself, and to your like mental state. And so I know, like, I actually wanted to share something quite funny from my diary. Pretty diary. It says thoughts. But after all of this happened, I said, okay, so I made the right choice in calling her, because I called my one friend. We talked and she was supportive and a great distraction. Right now I'm feeling a little relieved that I have her to go to. I was hesitant earlier because I didn't want to concern her, but I know that I can go to her. Don't ever be afraid to call her or reach out for support. And so basically, I just want to share that with you guys all, with all of you guys. Poor English there. But yeah, don't cut, reach out. There is hope. There is hope in so many different places, and all you need to do is ask for it. All you need to do is reach out, and so many people will be there to be supportive of you. And I just know that things will get better. Okay, love you guys. Bye.